So, Mike, I know those of us who get into real estate investing, we do this because we want to create wealth in the future. We don't want to stop with just a couple homes, although that's great, it's exciting. But really, we dream of getting the ball rolling and having many homes and creating lots of wealth in the future. What is that tipping point when you go from having a couple properties to having a portfolio of homes? What needs to happen, financially with the loans for that to work?
Well, typically you're opening the door for another product because single families, 1, 2, you're in what they call traditional loans, conforming loans, or bank loans, or even just single DSCR loans. So it's one of those things. Of course, conforming loans, you're limited to 10.
Right.
There's a lot of benefits there, but you got to qualify. You're limited to 10. Bank loans, we see a lot of people who have portfolios, and banks typically write their products for 5, 7, or 10-year fixed. So that every 5, 7, or 10 years, they're refinancing. So you got to think when you're creating this portfolio, what is best for you. And the third is what a portfolio loan. And a portfolio loan is typically 5 to 100 properties that is under one loan and one umbrella.
So it sounds like that becomes super convenient once either you've maxed out, you have 10 loans, but they're all conforming and you can't have more than 10. And so a portfolio loan becomes super useful then. And it could also become super useful if you're just dealing with those 7-year fixed rates that most banks have. And so you're having to, let's say you did them at different times. Every couple of years, you're having to refinance, right?
Yeah. We see clients who every year, because they have 20, 30 homes, every year they're having to refinance because just how they're cycled up.
Dang, that's a headache. And that can be avoided. That headache can be avoided with a portfolio loan.
Portfolio loan. The other benefit of portfolio loans is you as an investor, you start with single families. Then you want to go to duplexes, fourplexes, maybe an 8plex or 12. You want to keep growing in number of doors per unit. Where a typical DSCR, a typical conforming loan is not going to help or work. Bank loans maybe, but we have a lot of people who have mixed properties. They've picked up 3 single families, then they went to a 4plex. Now they're buying 8 and 12plexes. How do you put that all under one blanket and create this portfolio loan? I mean, there's pluses and minuses of a portfolio loan, but it's something you have to look at because it does get you some benefits. Maybe some, a lot of them have non-recourse, commercial-based. They're basing the income off the properties, just like DSCR.
What's non-recourse, real quick?
Non-recourse typically is a personal guarantee. So on a lot of these loans, especially with banks, even some DSCRs, you have to personally guarantee the loan. So if something happens to the property, it's not making money, values go down, you have to personally guarantee that the loan will be paid off. On a lot of the commercial loans, portfolio loans, they're non-recourse. They may have a lower loan to value, but you don't have to personally guarantee them. It's one payment. It's one transaction where you go out. Yes, you have to get individual appraisals, but you're not going to pay for underwriting on each property because it's one deal. You're going to pay one payment every month. You're going to get typically a better rate on a larger loan than you are on individual loans. And the reason is that when you throw together properties now, you're $500,000, $1 million, $2 million in loans. And investors who are giving you the loan are going to take a little less on the rate to take on a larger loan. Instead of accumulating 12 individuals to get to that $2 million, they could do your portfolio and put out $2 million. So they'll give you a little bit better rate.
This sounds like some rich people stuff, I'll be honest. And in a good way. It sounds like I picture the difference between people hustling, and I know everybody has to do that on the front end, but there's a point that you cross where it's like things become consolidated. You've got this big portfolio loan. It's work smarter, not harder. Like everything seems a lot simpler.
Well, it does. And, you say it's a rich person's problem, but I think a lot of people we talk to are just blue collar people who have picked up 30 homes, or they've picked up 10 homes and then they pick up a 12plex and then a 14plex.
Dang. I'd say they're on their way.
They're on their way. But they didn't start out with a silver spoon in their mouth.
Right.
They just created that wealth as they go. But it's just a way for them to put all their loan in one basket. Like I said, there's the positive. It's one loan. It's less fees on the underwriting, probably a better rate. You free up some of your spots if you refinance. Maybe you had a bunch of conforming loans over here that you picked up 5, 10 years ago. The balances are low and you want to use those slots again. So if you pay them off, you open up slots.
Gotcha.
You pay off the bank, so they're like, I'll lend you some more money, especially on fixed to rentals. It clears up a lot of slots for you, but there are a couple negatives too with these kind of loans. Number one, if you have probably, let's just call it 10 properties under this one loan and you want to sell one, You have to sell one. There's some hurdles, there's some difficulties in pulling one property out and selling it. So you have to look at this as a longer term kind of transaction. You can do that. It's just you're going to have to pay up to 100% of what you get on that property to get out of that one transaction. So you're not going to be able to sell properties to generate money unless you're at a very low loan to value. So that's one of the biggest negatives with the portfolio kind of loans. On the other side, let's go back to the positives. Credit scores. As long as the credit is in line, or there's one or two of your investors in your LLC, if there's an LLC, your wife, your buddy, or whoever's in it, they could use a higher of the credit scores. So that's a big benefit when you're looking at something like this too, because someone got in, maybe don't have the best credit score. Someone who has a better credit score can pull you into a commercial loan and get you this kind of transaction that'll keep you growing and open up doors.
So with a commercial loan, you can have more than one person on it, and it will take the higher of the two credit scores.
Correct.
Is that different with personal loans? Like if you have like a mortgage or something, does it average them out or something like that between?
It depends on the lenders and stuff. There are a few lenders who they'll take the highest, but the majority will take the middle of the lowest. You gotta shop around and see exactly what they do.
Gotcha.
There are lenders out there on single DSCR, not on conventional and not on banking. They will always go with the lowest. But on DSCR loans, there are a good number of companies out there who will go with the highest of the group. If there's an LLC and there's 3 or 4 people, as long as they own 15 or 20%, they'll have a little bit different rules. But commercial is based so much more on just the cash flow, the property value, all of those kind of things. And once you get to a certain point where you don't want to refinance them every day, every year, you think the rates are good, lock them in, sit and forget about it, and then use those slots, especially with a bank or the conforming loans, to maybe build up some other single units or other properties to get into, a portfolio loan. This is just kind of progression. If you're going to go past typically 20 properties or 20 doors, you're going to have to start looking at other options besides just conforming and bank loans and even single family DSCRs.
You said this is the next step, and it's often more long-term too. What's the long-term payoff with a portfolio loan? How do you end up creating wealth with that?
It's just like it's a loan is a loan is a loan. Let's just say it's just you have a bigger asset and a bigger loan out there. A couple of things is it's going to be a commercial loan because it's more than 1 unit to 4 units under this thing. So 99% of the time it'll never show up in your credit, anything like that. It's not going to impact you like a conventional, and some banks and even most DSCRs don't. So it's going to impact you there, but what it's going to do is as you use your bank up, because banks will get to a point where they say no more. We've hit our max with you, as either it's a number or it's a loan dollar amount. But banks, if you find a good bank, they're great to buy the properties and get them rented up front. But what happens if you want to create this wealth, create this thing where you want 50 doors, 100 doors? Those people who are aggressive and want to create this wealth, that'll create generational wealth beyond them. They have to look outside of the traditional one-on-one loans.
Okay, so if someone's watching that and they want to go after this, they want to be aggressive and create this generational wealth, how do they reach out to you?
Reach out to us at mike@thecashflowcompany.com, or just go to thecashflowcompany.com. There's a question, you can just answer there and we'll get right back to you. I mean, it's all about getting to the next level, and you have to at least explore this option. May not be the best option, but you got to at least explore it.
Gotcha. Okay. So thecashflowcompany.com or mike@thecashflowcompany.com.
Correct. Yep.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. Good seeing you.
Yep.